Okay, so after that O2 disaster, here we are, just lunging straight into a new draft. Got a Mythic, the Creo Sphinx Sovereign, so 6 mana for a 4/4 flyer, and you get to do a little Fact or Fiction. Plus, if you get other Sphinx, I guess you get bonus action, but let's just assume that's probably not going to happen. Still, very good card, definite bomb, stands on its own. But the only thing that could even come near that is the very, very good Ambuscade. Obviously great removal, but I think this is a pretty easy Sphinx. Dagger, anything that might come around. Maybe a Seer if we're kind of going to have a blue control, so that's something to keep in mind. Here we go. Imminent Doom. I am not interested in trying to get the achievement, but it is a very hilarious card. Decent controller card, not much more than an unsummon. Overcome, Overrun, fine. Cunning Survivor, fine. Hope Tender is barely ramp, but at least it is 2/2, I suppose. Wow, this is not a very good set of cards. The Imminent Doom achievement. If there's anything reasonable here, like a great creature or splash or ramp, I think I would take that instead. Consign to Oblivion is okay. That might be the slightly more responsible pick. Thronos the Stalwart is a great 2-drop. So let's take that and let's see where it goes from here. Okay, I like the fact that Unquenchable Thirst is here. That is a pretty good... Oh, Open Fire. Holy moly. Shocking. The rare and the uncommon is gone, and it's not impossible to picture a better red card than Open Fire. But yikes, that's a really good card. Watch me try to accidentally end up in blue-red again and try to force it. Anything else of note in here? Obviously the Unquenchable Thirst. This makes me feel good about blue. But I think the upside of just good removal is good. I think that's versus the more staying on color. Man, Open Fire is such a good card though. Let's stay open. Red is really open. That'll be good to know. Unraveling. Wow, okay. Interesting. So there's a card that would have been really great in any of my zombie decks. Deserts I've noticed it having to take a lot earlier to get any. Frontline Devastator is a perfectly playable red card. Countervailing Winds is fine if not great. Lethal Sting is really good removal as well. But I think if I take that, it can kind of help cut black. But I don't think Consign to Oblivion really is enough reason to go hardcore black. I like the deserts. Deserts are hard to come by, and they are always reliable. We'll take the desert. Okay, Razaketh's Right isn't good. Bitterbow Sharpshooter is perfectly fine. Sandblast. Spellweaver Eternal. Good in the red-blue spells, not great anywhere else. So this is a pick 5 Sandblast. Interesting. Pretty good pack, frankly. I mean, these are all pretty good cards up and down the line. Mummy Paramount is obviously pretty good. There's that black-white zombie kind of hanging around. If that wheels and I'm forced to think about this again, I'm going to be very, very upset. I'm going to take the Sandblast. I think it's the highest upside. I would like to kind of hone in on a deck now. Okay, 2 Uninspiring Deserts, a fine trick. Unsummon is a good tempo card. I'm not sure if this is the deck I'm in, but it's reliable. Can kind of catch their trick. If I'm anything, I think I'm that. Okay. White is drying up. Chandra's Defeat is a great red sideboard, but I am not convinced I am red. Biomanifestation is a pretty good card for the cycling deck. Right now I have very few things that cycle, but you can get some. If I'm more controlling, I feel this card is the card with the highest upside. I've seen it do some work. Okay. Is this my pack one? No, my pack one didn't have that. The Seer of the Last Tomorrow. And there's might be another one coming by. We could be doing a little bit of hot milling action. Let's take it, see where this comes. Yeah, okay, well. 2 Seers of the Last Tomorrow. I think we'll just stay on. Imminent Doom came around, but man, I just don't think this is where I'm at. Let's just go hard blue. Blue feels pretty open at this table. Countervailing Winds, fine. I think without weakness, fine. Okay, I think you're on the sideboard. Keep in mind that. So, what do we have in our blue? We have lots of spells, some creatures, and a single desert. Okay, so we have a payoff to be in blue. So hopefully, if we get lucky, we'll get some crazy good rare in these colors to make it easy. It's probably one more without weakness than I want to run. My payoffs for cycling are, I guess, Countervailing Winds to a very minor degree. Cunning Survivor. Oh, Torment of Hailfire. It's a pretty good card. Oketra, there we go, I got there. Avenger is an excellent card. I don't think this is the deck for it. Sunscorched Champion is a good card, but I think this has a payoff, especially with the better, well, mildly better black cards. Nothing really great in blue, nothing that won't probably wheel. Probably have a choice between these two. I think Torment of Hailfire, it does win games. It's a slow deck, we're going to want deserts, we're going to want to run land. And I think I'm going to want this more than a blue-white Sunscorched Champion. You can do Seer the Last Tomorrow to help finish. Hazard's Undying Fury is the one that isn't very good. Yeah, it needs kind of everything to go right. Let's see here. So Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs is a card. It's better with more deserts, obviously. I can take this if I think I might splash. Kenner Scrapper is a good card, but I just don't think I'm in the red. Unsummon, I'm not tempoing. So I think it's between the Wall and the Traveler's Amulet. The Wall and the Traveler's Amulet. Well, let's take the Wall and let's really try to prioritize a good desert. I said a good desert. Bantu's Last Reckoning, however. Okay, I like this. This is good in the control deck. It's a reasonable payoff to be in there. You know, I guess Hostile Desert, but that's just it's not a great desert. Another Consigned to Oblivion, which is kind of funny. We'll probably get one of these. We already have a Tragic Lesson, so I think the Bantu is a good reason to be in there. I wonder how many Seers of the Last Tomorrow are too many. It's defensive. We're going to need a way to draw more cards. Lurching Rot Beast, I don't think is really where I want to be. So it's a lot of defenses. It's going to be interesting to see Tragic Lesson. So the question is, do I want Tragic Lesson more than the Seer? I don't know. I do already have a Tragic Lesson. I'm a little low on creatures. I'll take that. One of those might. Wow, Hour of Revelation. Interesting card. Okay, deserts are. It's interesting. There's been just no deserts. Black is fine. Marauding Bone Slasher is a little too defensive. Moaning Wall is not a great card. I already have a Countervailing Winds, but how many cycling cards do I have? I mean, I have 4 walls right now, so I guess we'll take the aggressive cycling card. Maybe we can get some more graveyard payouts. Claim to Fame isn't that good. Razaketh Strike, there's nothing we're really interested in digging. Riddle Form isn't bad. It's just Riddle Form, Cunning Survivor. It's kind of funny seeing some of the blue-red pieces come through. But it's not so good where it feels like it was so open. I feel like I like Riddle Form here. It really wants the spells deck, and I guess we do have spells. Versus something that's like, I think we got some cycling cards. Let's get some cycling payouts. And it's defensive. Fuck. Torment of Venom, I think, is a pretty easy pick here. It's just good removal. Wow, would have been nice to be. I can see a white-black zombie deck again coming through. Okay, we have a Wretched Camel with 1 desert, and Wretched Camels without deserts isn't great, and I kind of feel good about my early drops. We could take Manolith for some fixing ramping to get, because I have no 4s, no 5s. Or a Tragic Lesson. I can discard a card to activate stuff. Like that. Yeah, Cunning Survival came around. I like that more. Scrounger of Souls, I mean, that is kind of a reasonable card to have on a high end. In terms of good removal, I have a Sweeper, I have a Torment of Venom. Oh, I don't have a Thirst. That's unfortunate. I didn't get any of those. Let's take a little more of a Curve Topper. Yeah, Wretched Camel will be fine. Oh, wow. Okay, got to live the dream here. Could get another Consigned to Oblivion, which is kind of it has the advantage of also being a topper. We have 2 Tragic Lessons, and I don't think we have a 3rd. Imaginary Threats is that I think it's Consigned to Oblivion. Buys time, maybe force a thing. Lurching Rot Beast cycles, and again, I don't have 1/3 that. Moaning Wall if we need defenses. Razaketh's Right if we really need to. Okay. Well, I feel like we got there on playables. I think priorities are going to be that. We have no splash, a little low on deserts, but not too many things that require deserts. 3 Seers the last tomorrow, so anything that provides card advantage, I think we can kind of use if we can hold, stabilize, and grind them out. Neheb the Worthy is a fantastic card. Not the card for this deck. Naga Oracle is good for defenses. Censor is a cycling. So the things that I care about cycling is I can Cunning Survivor my way to cycling. Countervailing Winds obviously gets a little better the more I power cycle. I'm not splashing for Neheb. I'm just too far from that, which is a shame. I have an Unsummon and Consigned to Oblivions. Censor is a good cycling, kind of good little early option, cycle late. Soul Stinger is also a decent, just kind of sits down and kind of forces them into ugly 2-for-1s. Naga Oracle, I just don't think is a priority. I have 12 creatures. I think Censor, let's hope. This is a little higher of a variance of the pick. It's obviously an easy cycle. Helps defend against faster decks. Curator of Mysteries, and it's a Sphinx. Oh, we got there, you guys. We got there. Seeker of Insight might be good on the wheel. Obviously, Aven Initiate or Floodwaters. Cradle of the Curse on that. Yeah, but that's nice. That's a good little. That's a lucky play. That is a lucky play. I think this is a pretty easy Wasteland Scorpion. Nope, not Spying Mummy. Sacred Excavation. We can use it to get 2 of our cycling cards back, which actually I suppose isn't bad with Seer of the Last Tomorrow, because if we discarded those and get that back, that is kind of hilarious. Is that better or worse than a Wasteland Scorpion? I bet you this might wheel. No one else is going to be going for it. Let's take that. Come on. There we go. River Serpent, I think, is pretty clearly what we want here. Scribe of the Mindful is also pretty good, but we're heavy on the 3-drop and we're light on the higher drop. Unburden is a fine card, but I don't think it particularly fills the need. We got a bunch of stuff, as they say. Baleful Ammit. I assume it's Baleful Ammit and not a Slitherblade. Trespasser's Curse is bad. Cancel, I don't think we need with the countervailing winds. Yeah, Baleful Ammit, I'll take that. That's a perfectly playable, perfectly fine card. I think Floodwaters, this is a cycling deck that we will... I'm not sure if it's the payout that we dream of, but it's something to cast with a lot of extra mana. Zenith Seeker, Compelling Argument. This is kind of a fun choice. Kefnit's Argument is a funny... I've seen it used in a control deck as a way of just buying time. Compelling Argument, I mean, this... Before 3 at Seer lasts tomorrows and it cycles. Winds of Rebuke, we have 3 unsummons, don't want it. Zenith Seeker, we got Flyers. I mean, frankly, whatever I pick, I'll probably be able to get around. But let's just take the Compelling Argument and see what happens. I think there's still a second one here, which is kind of funny. Unburden or a Festering Mummy, kind of to help protect the early game. Unburden. We're kind of more heavy blue, so the double black isn't terribly attractive. Let's play with Sacred Excavation. That actually might be... We did talk about how... Oh, Soul Singer came around. That's nice. That is very nice. This actually might be the deck for Sacred Excavation when we mill it and we get him back and we mill him again. I mean, wow. This is going to be a deck that dirtled beyond all acceptable levels of dirtle that we've seen before. A lot of cycling, and really, I mean, I guess we have a 6 mana, stuff like that. A couple 6 mana spells. I don't think we want Without Weakness. Start looking at the cuts we want to make. Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs isn't nearly as good. Deserts, more Floodwaters, an Ancient Crab, but we feel pretty good and pretty defensive right now. Supernatural Stamina. Just take a high-end cycling card. I mean, Vile Manifestation, we will get there one way or another. I wonder if I want that second Sacred Excavation to come around. Yes! Oh, well, we might be doing it. I'm not sure what the it is, but it is going to get done. Probably Painful Lesson, because if we're looking for fuel. Wow, okay, so we are building a cycling deck that I have absolutely no idea how to build. This is going to be pretty entertaining. This is going to be pretty entertaining. Yay, Slitherblade. Okay. Clearly we're cycling, so we're going to want cycling payoffs, defensive payoffs, and all the rest. So, what does that actually... Let's just get rid of you. Let's combine. Don't combine the groups. Sort... group creatures separately. So we're going to have to stay alive. We're going to need things that help us stay alive. And then things that also cycle or reward or get a reward from cycling. So Baleful Ammit is a pretty reliably good card. A 4/3 lifelinker. It'll trade, it'll gain 4 life, so I think we want that. The Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs. The Wretched Camel, I think we start without. We have good defenders, along with a cunning survivor. Every time we cycle, we attack. We can attack. We have 2 Consigned to Oblivions. I think that makes the unsummon a little less necessary. Cycling. We can probably cut... Is Tragic Lesson better or worse than Painful Lesson? think the painful lesson, just because it is so sorcery speed, it's not instant speed, we do have stuff like that. I think we're cutting the painful lesson. The Sacred Excavation, does it live if we have this many? Is it actually good in this deck? I don't know. We definitely want to make at least 6 more cuts. I think I'm comfortable with 16 land. We have 1 desert and lots of cycling cards. So if we get some funny mana screw, I think that's fine. I'm really tempted to keep Sacred Excavation in there just because we're guaranteed to have so many frickin' cyclers. I wonder if it's only one. If it's only 1 countervailing winds. Consign to Oblivion. It's on color, which is nice. It is not cycling, which is bad. It's easy to cast, and it stalls early, which is nice. Consigning and then Oblivioning them, you know, kind of does grind out a little bit of card advantage, which is also nice. Five more cuts. Well, I don't think it's not so good where I want necessarily 2 of them. And Floodwaters has a 6 mana as a high end. It's a sorcery. It just bounces 2 creatures. $15 creatures. Obviously, Curator's great. Lurching Rotbeast is not great, but it's fine. The Soul Stinger is, you know, offers. I think it's worth starting. The cycles, and we have our Factor Fiction 4/4 flying. I think Bantu's Last Reckoning is an easy keep. We just kind of force some play into it. Kind of removal. This compelling argument. There's 3 Seers of the Last Tomorrow. 2 Sacred Excavations. Okay. Best is it's over. I'm cycling. I Sacred Excavate, get them back. I Seer of the Last Tomorrow. 1. How many Seer of the Last Tomorrow excavations? So drawing cards is obviously something we want to do. 2 Tragic Lessons. I think we cut a Floodwaters. It just doesn't feel like the card. Wincon, Torment of Hailfire. Do I cut Torment of Hailfire? Obviously, it's something we cast at 8. We're grinding a lot. We have an ugly board situation. It feels like the power level is sufficient. I like Countervailing Winds. I like Censor. I even like God Help Me Compelling Argument. We're vulnerable to flying creatures, but not, you know, between Torment, Venom, couple of counter spells. We're keeping 2 mana up early. Our 3 mana instants. 3 mana instant. Sorcery. Instant. Oh, that's nice. Not probably relevant, but nice. Card draw. So what's my card draw look like? Card draw. I have a Moaning Wall if I don't think I want more creatures. Still got 3 more cuts. I think it's Floodwaters. Be nice to lighten up on the double blue, though. This is awful mana with like 5 double costed things. But hey, we're slow. What can we say? Is compelling argument too much of a double down? What are all of the cycling things we have? Cycle, cycle, cycle. You're cycling payoff. You're neither. You cycle. You cycle, which is actually kind of cool. And you cycle. And you cycle. And you cycle. So only 7 cycling cards. Did we really cut that many things that cycle? Oh, I guess you cycle as well. That surprises me. I thought we had more. Well, Tragic Lesson is kind of it activates. It doesn't activate that. The Curator of Mysteries. I do like the Countervailing Winds. This feels a little heavy. Double Sacred Excavation and a double Tragic Lesson. Feels a little heavy. We cut one of each. So we got a bounce, counter, a soft counter. So we really just want to furiously cycle things. Boy, this would be a great deck with God Pharaoh's Gift, where you can just dump everything into the graveyard and bring it all back. That'd be nice. That is not what we have. Dump, dump, dump. We aggressively dump things early. Just kind of defend ourselves. Yeah, we have that as a cycler too. Well, I've never built this before, so, you know, it's pretty clear I don't know what I'm doing. I like the one unsummon. I mean, the easy cut is we just cut that. Sort by converted mana cost. The other question is, does Torment of Hailfire really belong here? Because, God, we're not trading off. We're not removing. It doesn't feel like it belongs. It really just doesn't feel like it belongs, does it? Shame I don't have any of those thirsts. I'll have to go back and look at what I picked over those. But as I recall, I picked decent enough cards. I think we cut the Torment of Hailfire. And we bring back something with cycling, or something that brings back cycling. Did we just try? Did we just try the Sacred Excavation? If this deck doesn't want Sacred Excavation, then no deck wants Sacred Excavation. Okay, I think this is my 16 basics. 9-7 going 10-7. Yeah, I think that's probably what we want. I might go 9-8 just because I do have the double black, 2 double blacks at the deck. Whoops. What happened here? So 8-8. 8-8? Is this an 8-8 deck? It's pretty much an 8-8 deck. Cycling will hopefully act as fixing, and hopefully that'll survive. So, okay. Brand new deck. Let's see what happens. Oy vey. 1 and 2. Here I come.